Catty Connie and loudmouth Linda, keeping it real, no agenda. Satire, truth, and a whole lot of fun. Politics, crime, we get it all done. From breaking news to a joke or two, we do it our way just for you. We just can't make this stuff up. 1 year strong and we ain't gonna stop. Mic in hand, voices loud, shouting truth, making you proud.
Well, guys, guess what? It's just me tonight. And you know why is it when it's just me? My camera's always so goofy. Anyway, it's just me, and I had to hop on here. Linda's sick, so say prayers for Linda. She's not feeling good. Her voice is just about gone. Cough, cough, hack, hack. Horrible. Let's say prayers for her. And hey, Donna. I'm going to go into some pretty heavy stuff tonight. I almost canceled, and then I said no. I've got to get this off my chest, and I've got to get this out there so everyone can see it. I hope everybody's Sunday is going good. My camera, look at, I am just like, you can tell. I'm all put together here, right? Anyway, so I'm not really sure where I want to start tonight because there's so many things I'm getting ready to go into. Oh, and Cha-Cha, say prayers for Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha couldn't be with us tonight. Her friend that we were talking about that was really sick, a person we both knew, but Cha-Cha was very, very close with, is passed. So, prayers for Cha-Cha. And no, I didn't. It's huge. Well, there you go, because I'm going to bring out some huge things tonight, Donna. Buckle up. You're not going to believe what I'm getting ready to show you. All right, so we're going to start with, I'm going to start with this first. There is, what are they saying? They are peacefully protesting, right? Well, okay, so our First Amendment right gives us the right to go out and peacefully protest. Peacefully is the word I keep wanting to reiterate because there's not any peaceful anything here so far. All right. And I want to show you some of the things that happened last night in Portland. Now, okay, so we know Portland is a little crazier than Minneapolis, but right now they're both kind of on the same scale, right? So far, we haven't seen the protesters do too well. I don't know. Jake Lang was in Minneapolis, so I guess I can't say that. But you know, the thing that before I go into my whole spiel here, I know I'm talking one side and then the other and everything, but I want to cover what I'm thinking first, and then we'll go into what I need to say. So it's really funny to me that these places like Minneapolis, like Minnesota, like California, these are the places that they think have the most fraud, right? So kind of funny how these are the places that are protesting the hardest. Now, we just know that Portland is just crazy people. Although, you know, maybe we should do a dive in Oregon. Maybe there's a lot of fraud there too. But I just feel like it's a smoke screen to cover up what's really going on in this world. And I'm not talking just the United States. I'm talking the whole world as a collective. But in showing you that and talking about that, in Portland last night, Tommy was out protesting, and everybody knows who Tommy is. I've talked about him 100 times. Tommy goes out, and he is on the right side of history, right? And he's out there, and he's protesting how ICE is protecting us. Go ICE. We love you, ICE. Go Trump. all this kind of stuff, right? This is what Tommy does. Yes, he can be a little vulgar. Yes, he can be, he's definitely PG-13, but he's on our side, and he says it like it is. You know, I mean, do you know what a woman is? You can't change the chromosomes. XX and XY are definitely your chromosome. You can't change that. All right. Well, I want to share with you real quick. This is what happened to Tommy last night. All right. Let's get this playing here for you.
That's why you want to the joke to start some shit. Yeah, they said they're letting it happen. We love ice. If you interfere with ice, you're going to end up 6 feet in the ground.
It's happening already. It's happening. Recording. Yep, just started recording. Told me my body will be 6 feet underground. I said, keep talking. Keep talking. All right, let's go. Thank you. Thank you. We don't stand down to bullies. That's right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right. Hang on here. Golly, that was awful. Okay. So, this is what Tommy looked like, guys. This is what Tommy looked like and what happened to Tommy. They threw a rock at him, and it missed him, and it hit the car. And then while he was distracted from that, 10 people jumped in. And they proceeded, and they all had rocks in their hand while they hit him. He had to go to the hospital last night. This is what he wrote. I'm in the hospital right now. My head is throbbing worse and worse. This is exactly who the left are. There's exactly what they represent. Violence isn't against anyone that violence is against anyone that they disagree with. When these people claim peaceful protest, just remember this. This is not peaceful. All right. Kind of shocking, right? This was early. Tommy had just gotten out to do his protesting. And this is what happened. He didn't leave right away. He continued the fight. He continued to sit there and protest against them, but his head started throbbing and he left. I mean, who knows what could have happened with, they were all carrying rocks in their hands as they hit him. They kicked him. They never knocked him to the ground. They broke his glasses, his megaphone. Of course they broke his megaphone, right? Okay. All right. Now, later that night, because you know me, I'm watching these protests real close. Later that night, I have to tell you the background story of this man before I show you the video. Okay. There's a man who is, I believe he's a vet. He's a Vietnam vet, right? And he's disabled. He's in a wheelchair and he has a motorized wheelchair and he's out there protesting against the protesters, right? He's all for ICE. He's all for Trump. They call him Captain Jerry, and he's always saying America first, all this kind of stuff. Then there's another guy that's always out there on the left wing side, and his name is Spider Mike. All right. Well, Spider Mike is a great big guy, weighs about 400 pounds. And he's always in everybody in the Patriots' faces. He's always in Tommy's face. He's always in Spider Mike's face. He's always in everyone's face. All right. Well, this is what happened last night. Just unbelievable. This is what happened last night to
Did they just
Captain
chase
Jerry.
Jerry out?
Now look at this video real close. Tell me if this doesn't look like this guy walked directly for him. Spider Mike.
Oh shit, Jerry! Oh shit!
You already fucked around with my goddamn fucking.
They had to take Captain Jerry to the hospital last night. He was in the emergency room. He had a concussion and 4 broken ribs. Tell me what's peaceful about that. I want someone to tell me what's peaceful about that. There's not one thing that's peaceful about that. Okay? And if that's not bad enough, I mean, I'm coming to you guys unlocked and unbarreled here because I am furious about this one. It's bad enough we have these crazy people out there throwing their rhetoric, however you say it, on everyone else, right? Pushing their ideas, which are not ours, going against everything that we believe in, whether it be religion, whether it be our Constitution, whatever it is, they're fighting it, right? Oh, and hey, Norm. No, they won't. They won't. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you something. The Bible speaks. There's a few things that you don't mess with, right? And I get on my pedestal about it all the time. There's a few things in life you don't touch, and that's the innocent is one of them. Now, the next thing I want to show you, I think they've gone too far. Let me show this to you real quick, and then we can all talk about it. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Are you going to involve our children in your cynical, demonic, unhinged protesting? Is that what you're going to do? Our kids go to school to learn to read and write and history and mathematics. They don't go to school to learn how to walk up and down the street with a sign protesting ICE. Just saying. And I would like to hear everybody else's comments in there because it sure made me mad when I saw that they had these kids going up and down the street. Now, I can show you another clip of one little girl that was with her mother at a protest. And of course, they had to, yeah, exactly, Norm. Exactly. Leave the children alone. Leave the children alone. There's a clip on here. I could probably look it up real quick, where this little girl was with her mom at the protest, and of course they had to pepper spray the crowd because it was getting out of control. And the little girl got pepper spray in her eye. And she's screaming and she's saying, it burns, it burns, it burns, it burns. You brought your little girl out there? You are the protector of your children first and foremost. And you took your child out there knowing good and well what happens out there? Really? Boy, that one should have won Mom of the Year. I'm sorry, guys. I am so mad about that. Don't get our kids involved in this. You got a battle you want to do. You stand on your own heel by yourself or whoever you get up there, but don't bring our kids into it, because our kids are just little open sponges learning whatever they have to learn from their parents. And this is what you're going to teach them? Really? You're going to teach them? This is what you're going to teach them? Well, I tell you what, I know a few teachers that would have whipped parents. You don't teach your kids that. You don't teach your kids to go marching up and down the street screaming about ICE. You don't. I don't even think that was in Dr. Spock's, I don't think protesting was in Dr. Spock's handbook on raising children. Just saying. So then when I was speaking with Linda about all this stuff, she said, well, did you see the lady that picked up, that was at the protest and they threw the gas bomb and she picked it up and it hadn't gone off yet. And then it went off in her hand and it blew her hand off. And now she's going to sue the whole United States because we are making lethal weapons and using them on us. Common sense says if somebody throws a gas bomb at you, you don't pick it up. Again, back to the common sense thing. Where is it? Have these people, there's so many of them, did they give them a shot that turned them crazy? What's going on? How can all of these people with these blank stares, I mean, you look in their faces while they're doing it, and they got these blank stares. Like, what? What happened? Apparently we weren't in the line for that one. We must have been holding the door for everyone for that one. Because I don't feel that way. When Trump ran, he ran on getting the illegals out of here, and 80% of the United States backed him. All right. And then we got the other, 20% out here showing their tail feathers to everyone, saying whose streets are streets. They're not your streets. They're actually tax-paying citizen streets. And I don't know. I would question if you guys even pay taxes. Just saying. Maybe I'm being a little facetious and maybe I'm being a little hateful, but you know what? I don't care anymore. What does it matter? What does it matter? They can sit out there and spew their nonsense and, now it's not. Okay, what used to be, because I laughed about it, it used to be we were Nazi fascists. And I had to sit and think about that because I don't think there was ever any Nazis in Ireland, and I'm Irish. But now it's not just Nazi fascists. Now we're either pedophiles or we're the pedophile protector. Okay. All right. So you're going to turn around and you're going to say that our president is a PDF with what proof? Yes, there was a lot of Epstein's files that were dropped. And in the files, it has Trump's name. And you know what's really interesting about that, guys? His name is in there because he was banning Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. How about that, guys? That's where Trump's in there. Oh, revelation. He wasn't taking pictures with any little girls. He wasn't doing what all the other people were doing. There was a lot of them. Yeah. He's in there for the court documentation of keeping Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. Wow. Interesting, right? Now I'm going to throw another good one out at you. Wait till you hear this. You won't believe it. And I got to say allegedly because we can't. It's not total proof. Not total proof. But there's a picture out there that has, and I saw it. I'm going to see if I can't clip it so I can show it on our next show. It has Maxwell, and then it has Epstein, and then it has Clinton, and then it has Bill Gates, which is in big trouble, ain't he? Oh boy, ain't he in deep. And then there's another person standing next to Gates. And then right in front of the Clintons is this lady. I had no idea who she was. Hey, Kim, ma'am. I'm saying prayers for you every night when I go to sleep watching all the chaos in Minnesota. I'm so irritated. You missed part of it. Anyway, and right in front of the Clintons is this lady, right? Well, I didn't know her. She didn't look familiar to me. No one I've seen. A lot of them were Mick Jagger and faces you would know. Of course, Clinton and Gates, all these people. But who the heck is this woman with her son, who's a teenager at the time, probably guesstimating about 13, 14 years old, right? And you're sitting there and you're going, who's this woman and who's the kid next to her, right? All right. So then the guy goes to explain that the woman, oh, I can't wait to tell you guys this. It's like, would you just tell me? All right. The woman is Zoran Madami or Mazadami, whatever, however, Muradami, the new mayor of New York's mother. Now, who do you think the kid was? You think it might have been Zoran himself? Now put those puzzle pieces together. I wondered why in your right mind would you vote a Muslim man that came out of nowhere like Obama did? Think about that, guys. Obama came out of nowhere. Why would you put him in mayor of one of our biggest cities? Then this picture comes out. Was it a payoff? Or was it? Or do you think maybe he was groomed for that position? You think maybe they have him groomed for that position for a reason? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, because my mind is going absolutely haywire. I can think of so many different reasons what and why. And I am watching him really close. because they did say that the Big E was an FBI. What did they call him? He was an FBI. Yes, exactly, Norm. And I guess the Big E word. He worked for the FBI. hmm And he's around all these people. Oh, was it? Was it really? No, really, it wasn't, because I went to the government site. If you look up data set 12, you'll find it really isn't AI generated. It's there. Although the names aren't. So, if you're protecting the photo, okay, you can say the photo's not real, but it's real. But do we know for sure that that's his mother? And do we know for sure that that's him? No, we don't. We know everyone's saying that that was his mother. We don't know if it's him. Just speculation, because there's no names on there. And everyone knows we do a lot of changing from the time we're 13 years old to however 30 some odd year old that he is now. Exactly, KMM. I mean, we could sit here and let our minds run wild and we can speculate whatever all day long. Yes. 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 There's a picture of her and her son. Or some boy standing next to her that could be her son. We don't know who. There's not. You see the photo and you don't see the names, or don't have the names written on there. So if you don't know them, I didn't know this woman from Adam. I had to look it up. And then when I saw the picture, I had to do a little more research. So if you want to go to the government site and look up data set 12, all of the photos are there, and it is there. So there you go. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I know that that's all going on, and all this protesting is a joke, because all it is a smokescreen to keep covered up all of their fraud. And this is the way it is. I know it. That's what I said, not a real photo. It is a real photo. You know what's really funny is we've got everything going explosive at one time, and all of a sudden, all of the fraud has kind of gotten pushed in the back, in the dark. I kind of wonder why, don't you? I don't know who Madami's father is. I have no idea. I don't know who his father is. Oh, well, there you go. His mother's first husband was on the episode. Is that dad? Is that his father? I don't know. I don't know who his real father is. I just think it's really funny how these pictures are showing up in this area, and we know all too well how great the Big E is, which I'm still saying he's not gone. I'm telling you, he's still alive. But yeah, the pieces are fitting together, and they're fitting too perfectly together. I mean, the swamp wasn't built on just Joe Blow. The swamp was built on who knows who that knows who that knows who that was groomed for who, or family members, or think about it. They're all related. Either they're related or they know. And today, Maxine Waters had to get out, and she had to get her voice out there to say, you guys keep standing tall. Fight, fight. Maxine, while you're sitting there telling these people to do this, are you at home in your house in your bunny slippers? Because people are getting hurt out there. People are getting hurt. And you know what? And they're getting hurt because a lot of your Republicans aren't going to go out there and they're not going to face the crowd and they're not going to scream and holler like Jake Lang, and they're not going to get out there like Tommy and do like that. They'll take it by court. They'll go to court with it and do whatever, right? Or we'll do it at the polls. That's the way we do things. But not these people. We're going to go out there. We're going to fight. And you know, they were mosh pitting yesterday. I've heard about it. Never seen it done before. Now, that was interesting. She has dementia. Oh, that's nice. She has dementia, so she's forgotten everything she knows. Do you believe that? I believe she probably knows a lot more than you think and probably won't ever say. And God bless her if she does have dementia, because what she probably saw, she would like to forget. Just saying. Hey, Whoopi, we were just talking about you, saying, hey, have you talked to her? Nope, I don't know. I haven't seen her. I haven't talked to her. Of course, we've been in and out and up and down and all over everywhere, and sick people and not sick people. And, you know, KMM, they're going to target every place. They're peaceful. This is not peaceful. There's not one thing peaceful about it. All right. Everyone knows. I don't know. I'll re-show it for Whoopi and everyone that hasn't seen it yet. I'm going to repeat what I did. Just showed everyone and explain a little bit. So everybody knows Tommy. He goes out and he protests on the Patriot side, and he's definitely PG-13. He pulls facts, but he's definitely PG-13. Anyway, long story short, they've been wanting to hurt Tommy for a while. And this is what Tommy looked like last night. They took a rock and they threw it at him, and it hit the car. And when he turned to look at the car, they jumped him. 10 of them jumped him. They didn't knock him off his feet, but they jumped him. He proceeded to stay out there and protest for probably a few more hours after that. But he said, his quote was, "I'm in the hospital now. My head is throbbing worse and worse. This is exactly who the left are. This is exactly what they represent. Violence against anyone that disagree with them." Right? Right? When people claim peaceful protests, just remember this. This is not peaceful. Crazy, huh? Isn't that crazy? And then, I don't know if you guys know who. There's a guy, and his name is Captain Jerry. He's also out there in Portland, and he's a Vietnam vet who is in a wheelchair. He's disabled. And I want you guys to watch this video with me really close. You tell me if there's another guy out there. He's a great big biker looking dude. His name is Spider Mike. He weighs about 400 pounds. Spider Mike probably weighs 160 soaking wet. He's in this motorized cart and he's out there always screaming MAGA and we love ICE and all this kind of stuff. Okay, well, I want you to watch this video real close and you tell me what you saw, what you see. Okay, wait a minute. Let me rewind this here and let me share my screen because I have a tendency to watch it without you guys. Anyway, let me show this to you real quick. You tell me what you see here.
Did they just chase Jerry out?
This is
Oh shit, Jerry! Oh shit!
You already fucked around with my goddamn fucking. Hey, space, back up. Popcorn! Popcorn! Back up, space, back up, space, back up. One minute, please.
so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? He's in the hospital. He has a concussion and 4 broken ribs. So it is awful. And my question to you guys, everyone listening, did Spider Mike look like he went directly to Jerry and knocked him out of the wheelchair? Because he did an interview afterwards. And I could probably find it. I really don't want to. But Spider Mike did. I don't want to give him any extra airtime. But Spider Mike did an interview that said that the police asked him if he was going to press charges against Jerry for trying to run over him with his wheelchair. No joke. No joke. And he said, "Oh no, I'm not gonna press charges. Let me see if I can find." He is a coward. He is a coward. And let me see if I can find real quick. I'll see if I can find his interview for you so you can see it. So you can get just as disgusted as I am. Let's see. Search. We're not gonna find it. Let me see. Let's see. I think it's on this one. Here we go. I found it. Okay, I want you to listen to this dude. Listen to this dude that thinks that he's so great. Okay, I want you to hear. I want you to hear what he has to say here. Here's his interview.
Here's what we got. So the cops, they kept me detained for probably about 20 minutes, I think it was. And then they approached me. They're like, "Well, from what we see from the the videos that were shared to us, it corroborates your story." So, and then they're like, "Do you want to press charges?" And I'm like, "No, I'm all right." I'm just like, he just picked the wrong guy to try and run over. Somebody that's like 140 pounds or something, not 390. Yeah, he fucked around. He found out.
Built like a brick wall,
Yeah. Like I said, I had nowhere to go, and when he hit me, my feet. Here's what we got. So the cops, they kept me detained for probably about 20 minutes, I think it was. And then they approached me. They're like, "Well, from what we see from the the videos that were shared to us, it corroborates your story." So
look at it.
And then they're like, "Do you want to press charges?" And I'm like, "No, I'm all right." I'm just like, he just picked the wrong guy to try and run over. Somebody that's like 140 pounds or.
He's lying. He's lying all over the place. You can tell the way he's fidgeting with his hands and his arms. And am I going to go to jail? He needed to be arrested last night. That should have been what? It's cuffs for me, for thee and not for me. Is that what it is? Handcuffs for thee and not for me. All these guys, these crazy people are out there showing what a fool they are, and none of them are getting arrested. They need to be arrested. Bill Gates is all over the Epstein files. Has he been arrested yet, guys? Huh? Has he? Has he? Has he? No. Nope. He's not. Who is who? The guy? Oh, Spider Mike. He's just a protester out in Portland, but he thinks he's all that in a bag of chips, but definitely a bag of chips. Anyway, then we've got another one for you guys to see, because I was saying, you know how the Bible speaks of there's a couple things you don't mess with. The distraction is because they're trying to put the smoke screen up so we don't go into the fraud anymore, Wolfie. You know what? You notice that the two areas that are protesting the most is Minnesota and California. Kind of funny, huh? They're hiding the fraud. Here, let's get this all out here. Now, everybody will focus on this and forget that the Somalians are taking $6 million in suitcases out in the airport, 2 times a week? And they're wiring it from Dubai to Somalia? Oh, yeah. Well, we won't talk about that. Let's get them all acting crazy. And then let's see. What else can we do? Oh, let's tell them that they're picking up little kids. Okay, the 5-year-old that everybody keeps talking about, that they're picking up kids. Let me explain the rest of the story to you, as Paul Harvey would say. The ICE agent was following the guy. He was a Venezuelan gang member and was known for a lot of bad things. Murder, theft, all kinds of things. And he was running under the radar. Now, I don't even know. I'm going to ask the mothers out here. If you got pulled over and there was no place for you to go, you'd get out of the car and what? If it's your child, wouldn't you grab that child and run? Or would you leave that child in the car by itself and take off running? I thought that was a big red flag. And I thought, maybe he was child trafficking that 5-year-old. I mean, speculation. We'll never know until we know. But he left his child in the car, and that child went into custody, and then I think it went to some other family member or something. I can't remember what they said happened to the child. But we are not picking up children and throwing them in jail, and we're not doing all of this stuff. We're not doing this. What they're saying we're doing, we are not doing. Okay? Anyway, that's the rest of the story on the 5-year-old. Now, back to what I was saying. So I said, the Bible says there's just a couple things in this life you don't mess with, right? One is the innocent. Okay? And the innocent being the children. Because they're a blank slate when they're born. They're little sponges, and they learn off of who? You. Or whoever else they're around. And you as a parent, take your children to school, hoping and praying that there is somebody up there that is teaching them how to read and write and American history and all of this stuff, right? This is what we're praying for when we send our kids to school. All right. Well, I want you to see what they're teaching our children right now. It's amazing. Isn't that great, guys? This is what they're teaching our children to do, is go out and protest ICE. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Oh, man. Pin a brownie button on those teachers and give them a chest to pin it on, because they probably don't have one. I'm just saying, don't mess with the kids. Don't put, you're crazy, all right. Don't put the crazy. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, Donna. Shame on them. And you know what I'm going to tell you? I don't know a mother, or I don't know any of my friends, any woman that I know and have talked with would have never stood to let their kids out there protesting, have them protesting. No, they don't have no right to be out there protesting. Well, I guess they have their First Amendment right. They can go out and protest, but they don't have the right to teach them to do that. You're right. No, they don't. They don't. And so the rest of this video that she only showed the first part, there's another person, a lady that's on TikTok, that's son was at that school, and she went in and she said, I want my son right now, and I want him out of this school district, and I want him out of this school. And they said, well, ma'am, we need to see your ID to make sure you're his parent. And she said, it's really kind of funny you're asking me for my ID when I come get him all the time, and you know exactly who I am. So then she got her driver's license out and everything, and was shaking her head, and she said, I cannot believe this is what you're doing. I drove up and this is what I saw. And she said, I thought it was something big. And I rolled my window down and I said, what's happened? What's going on? What's happened? And they said, we want ICE out of here. And she said, and she grabbed her child and she left. And she said, my child will not be back. She said, I guess I'll homeschool. I'll do whatever I have to do, but I will not put him back in a public school. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Don't teach the kids. I mean, come on. Teach them the fundamentals. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. History, the things they need to know. Let them have a foundation. If they get up older and they want to go out there and be like that, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, Donna. I thought she was an extremely good mother. Yep. So I don't know, guys. I mean, we're gonna teach our kids how to protest, and we're gonna teach them how to be crazy. And last night I was watching them do mosh pits in front of the ICE building. Oh, by the way, they broke out all the windows in LA's ICE building and tried to set it on fire. And then in the Portland building, they started throwing rocks and broke one of the windows out there. And all they're trying to do is their job. That's it. Okay. There was something else I thought I forgot to tell you guys. I'm glad everybody's here so I can show it. All right. So, I sit here and I watch and I think, how are these guys so smart? For as crazy as they are, how are they so smart? Well, let me share this with you. This is amazing to me. We'll talk about this. This is incredible. Oops.
Let those other 6 cars figure it out.
Dispatch, this is River. That white Wagoneer just went on to 62 East. I'm peeling off.
What is this?
Thank you very much, River.
There. Northbound on Bloomington currently with people in tow.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Chris.
Is there anywhere that we should head now, dispatch, to be most helpful?
Since you're all the way down there, if you just wanted to kind of take a peek in the Diamond Lake neighborhood, I think that Richfield covers that, but might as well while we're over there.
Okay, copy that.
Like DHH Church in the surrounding neighborhood.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
So we need to figure. That's the.
Hey, dispatch, this is Marva.
Hey, can I get Illinois 27764? 277664.
Is that a plate check?
That is a plate check.
Okay, it is negative.
It is negative.
Do you have a passenger?
What was that?
Do you have a passenger, and what's your handle?
This is PJ. I'm in a car. I am a passenger.
Okay,
This car that
Are you in a Subaru?
Yeah.
We are in the
That
Subaru.
car in front of you is not ICE. It's our friends.
Heard. Okay. We just noticed them glowing red, so we just wanted to check. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, dispatch, this is Mermaid Ashtray. I'm just signing back on. I am in a commuter. I'm currently at the Midtown Marketplace. My co-pilot did wake up sick today, so I don't have them. I'm fine commuting alone, or if someone's around who wants to commute with me, that's cool too. Ready to go where you need.
Cool. Mermaid Ashtray, how would you feel about being stationary at Lake in Chicago for a little bit if you can find a good spot to post up with visibility?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, cool. Let me know when you have a good spot, and certainly let me know if you see anything.
Copy that.
This is KN, just an FYI. We get a lot of people honking on Hiawatha, but it's because people are waiting for the train to go up to the protest. So just be wary of that.
Yeah, classic.
All right. So see, guys, this is the way this goes, right? It's signal chat. Tell me that they're not being funded. Make me believe they're not being funded. You would have a lot of explaining to do to me to tell me it's not KMM. It's not. Yes, ma'am. That is Minnesota, and they are driving behind people, calling in license plate numbers, and they are tracking the ICE agents down. It's not legal. But, they have signal chat, and this is how they're doing it. It's almost like a 911 call. I am following a black SUV license plate, blah, 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 and they'll go, that's ICE. Follow it. There was a video where a lady in Minnesota this is how they're tracking them. And they tracked this guy down, and the lady pulled her car out in front of the ICE's truck. And then she said, you're not going any further. And he said, ma'am, let me explain to you something. I am going to pick up an illegal that has a rap sheet the size of Texas and is a child predator. And this is what you're protecting? And she said, I don't believe you. I want to see the documentation. Well, first of all, he doesn't have to show her any documentation about anything. They don't know that. They don't owe that. They don't owe that to these. Joe Schmo on the street doesn't have the right to ask these cops, these federal agents, what the paperwork is and who's on it. But they're doing it. So now you know, KMM, This is how they're getting away with it in Minnesota. Isn't that just peachy? You know how much Signal Chat costs to have a Signal Chat? And do you know how, and all these people are a part of it? I mean, come on, there's money being distributed out all the way throughout. Big money. Big money is being spent on this stuff. And they've already said that Soros is one of them, and they already tracked the other part down to a multi-billionaire in China. Great. While these crazy people are quitting their jobs, chasing the ICE agents down. And by the way, we just had to hire some more. And Western ones. See? Kim, that is just insanity at its best. It is a dangerous game. And then they wonder why, Wolfie. Then they say, so-and-so got shot or so-and-so got hurt or something. Well, you know what? You get in the middle of something like that, you're going to get hurt. It's going to happen. You're going to get hurt. Just like common sense tells you don't take a gun to a protest. Just saying. Although, you know what? You might want to pack because you might want to defend yourself. Isn't that crazy? You feel like that too? But you just don't. You just don't. Instead, now we don't have to do that. We'll just take our children out there. No one will hurt the children. You know what? They're throwing out these tear gas grenades, and it's going everywhere, and it gets in the kids' eyes, and they're screaming and crying. Whose fault is that? Oh, that's ICE's fault, because we should have known better because there was a kid out there. Follow me? Doesn't make any sense. You just can't do that. You can't make that stuff up. And then, if that's not even the best one. The best one was when I talked to Linda tonight, and she told me about the lady that they threw out an ice grenade and it didn't go off. So she ran over there and picked it up. Well, guess what? It blew up in her hand and now blew her hand off. And she wants to sue the whole United States for making explosives. You just, guys, you can't make this stuff up. And I'm like, if somebody threw anything that looked like anything like that, I'm sure she's been out there more than once. Come on, she's been out there for hours and seen them explode. Who would go over there and pick it up? I don't care if it was a dud or not. Who picks it up? We just can't make this stuff off, guys. We can't make this stuff up. It's insanity at its best. I don't know how these people lost their ever-loving minds. It should be child abuse. I don't know where everyone fell off the edge at one time. Is it money? You think money is doing the talking? The $20 or $40 an hour they're getting paid? Is that what's doing the talking? Well, I don't know if I'd want to get out there and lose a limb or be in harm's way of anything for $20 an hour. Sorry, they're not out there long enough. Well, some of these guys they're out there all the time, and you start to know their names. Or do you think there might have been something in these booster shots that they went insane? I don't know, guys. I mean, this is all conspiracy theory, whatever. It'll all come into the light at one time. All right, Norm? That's the truth. Stupid is as stupid does. It's the truth. It's absolutely the truth. And that's what I would want to go down in history as being known as the woman who picked up the gas grenade and blew my hand off and sued the the United States for it. That's what I would want to go down in history for. That's, there was an old saying when I was growing up, I'm getting ready to give up my age, but it says, leave a mark, not a stain. Well, that lady's going to leave a stain all over her name. Just stupid. It is just so stupid that I can't wrap my head around it. And instead of paying them cash an hour, we need to start paying them common sense by the hour. Maybe some of them would get some because they really need it. They really need it. All right, guys, it's that time. I have enjoyed venting, I guess you'd say, with y'all, and I hope to be here tomorrow night. If not, we'll definitely see you on Thursday, because I don't know what tomorrow will bring now that I'm working. Sometimes I have to work a little longer than normal, and it's hard for me. And then Linda, everybody say a prayer for Linda. Linda's really sick. Say a prayer for Cha-Cha. She lost her friend. And y'all have a good rest of your evening. Say a prayer for the kids, huh? They're going to need it. Good night, y'all.
From shady news to crime so rough, you already know we just can't make this stuff